I know I'm a little late with this one, but anyway, hello there, I'm Anthony and we'll be talking about latest album of Master Boot Record. More precisely, Hardwarez. Master Boot Record is an Italian project formed by Vittorio D'Amore that plays avant-garde electronic chiptune, and his sound became pretty recognizable when compared to some other electronic artists. I guess you probably won't find another band that would be so similar to Master Boot Record. I mean, I used to listen to this branch of music even more a few years ago, especially such artists as Volta, Dan Terminus or We Are Magonia, and they have completely different views on electronic music. But it's the beauty of this genre, that there are lots of different subgenres that belong to electronics, and that mixing some of them will never become boring. At least in my opinion. And Master Boot Record, for example, adds lots of chiptune to the music. Although it's not the only Vittorio's project, as he's also responsible for Kagan Church, and he even released an album Ariel this year. But he puts there more neoclassical stuff and adds lots of organs while still being chiptune. And I didn't tell it at the beginning, but lots of people still think that Master Boot Record is a metal project. I think it's because Vittorio's music is pretty energetic, and I don't know why it even has its entry on Metal Archives, which I definitely wouldn't expect, as such bands are usually automatically blacklisted. For example, New York's avant-garde death metal band with lots of saxophone, Sarmat, got banned while it's still more metal than Master Boot Record. Equally, Imperial Triumphant could be banned for the same reason. And by the way, Master Boot Record is signed to Metal Blade, so maybe that's why it got more recognition in the metal community. But at the beginning I said that the situation is a little different on their gigs. As on the stage there are no synths, only guitars and drums. But Vittorio and Eddie play the guitar absolutely amazingly, and I'm glad that I managed to sold them the previous year. I even have a signed CD somewhere behind. But now let's move on to the music. The first track begins pretty normally for Master Boot Record standards, but it's still pleasure for my ears. But more at the end it has wild, faster part. The next track is pretty normal, so I'll move on to the third one, which is my favorite by the way. Great regular groovy synths. Which then become more rhythmic and faster. While the next track puts more pressure on melodies. And the next track can be compared to some heavy metal stuff. I mean by the fact how catchy at the beginning it is and how later faster it becomes. And later even better synth solos. The next track adds more grooviness to the whole album. Although I don't know how to describe the next track as it mixes almost everything what was before, but its outro is perfection. And here I will also skip the next track and already move to the last one, as here there are lots of great chiptune arrangements. I especially love that melodic groovy one more at the end. And well, I'm amazed how quickly I talked about that album, but here there are not actually so many things to discuss, like on every Master Boot Records album, as lots of songs are just pretty similar, but it's definitely one of the best sounding electronic chiptune albums of this year. Listen to it once and I guarantee you will get stuck on the whole album, as Master Boot Records is one of those really catchy bands. And now, thanks for watching this video. I'm encouraging to sub to this channel and like this video. I'm grateful for every kind of support and see you soon in my next creations.